Good morning, students. Welcome back to Sri Guru Independent View online classes. Hope you have understood in the last class about the outline story of Romeo and Juliet and its background. So today let us discuss the extracts, two extracts from Romeo and Juliet. Romeo's description on Juliet and Juliet's description on Romeo. Romeo and Juliet was published in the year 1597 by William Shakespeare. My dear students, since Romeo and Juliet is being considered as one of the romantic tragedies in the history of English literature, so now let us go to study Romeo's description. In what way Romeo describes on Juliet? Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Doth in the sense. Doth is nothing but does, archaic. There are certain words, imageries, which are used in the Old English language. She doth teach the torches to burn bright. Her beauty surpasses the brightness. That is the reason. She is more beautiful than the surpassing light. That's the reason Romeo expresses her beauty to everlasting. Which will never end. And it seems she hangs upon the cheek of night. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night. This is personification. Night is considered here as personification. Whereas the first line, she doth teach the torches to burn bright, it is alliteration. My dear students, first line is alliteration. Her beauty is more than the light. That is the reason. In the same way, Romeo describes here that her beauty is more colorful. It just cannot be compared to anything. As a rich jewel in an Ethiops. This is simile here. The figures of speech, my dear students, why poet or why playwright uses figures of speech in particularly poetry section in order to decorate, in order to give you with a special effect, he uses it. Then only we can identify with a special meaning into it. In the same way, as a rich jewel in an Ethiops ear, as a rich jewel and Ethiops ear in the sense, though Ethiopia is nothing but an African woman who is dark complexion, African woman. Though she appears to be very black, then why William Shakespeare uses such imageries, such symbols in order to embellish, in order to decorate, in order to glorify the word beauty. As a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear, here he compares Juliet's beauty is compared to the African women or woman earring. This is totally beyond imagination, where poet, he not only just explains commonly as we common readers understand it. Poet gives us with a special meaning by using some images. The same way here also, jewel, right? Rich jewel and Ethiops. So these are all the words which are used in the figurative language. These are all the symbols over here. This is simile as a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear, beauty too rich for use. Why is this beauty too rich for use? When Romeo finds her after going to a grand supper, he starts to have feelings, intense feelings of love. That is the reason he starts to admire her beauty. In what way? With full of feelings. In what way? I mean, what are the feelings? The feelings are dealt with the true love itself. That's the reason. Beauty is, my dear students, I had told you in my previous class already, beauty is truth, truth is beauty. This quote, why? See, beautiful people, we can say that in another context. Beautiful people can die at any point of time, but their beautiful characters may not die. Why? Because still they are remembered, still they are hidden in the hearts of the millions of people. In the same way, right, as soon as he gets fascinated by the Juliet's beauty, as he watches her in a supper hosted by Lord Capulets, see, even he doesn't know who is she, but later on he came to know that she belonged to Capulets' family. Even he too remembers, he too knows that, he too identifies that she belongs to which family? She belongs to Lord Capulets. Imagine why such images are being used. Images are the identifying words where we'll have to give a special meaning. That is the reason he uses beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. It's so costly here. Dear in the sense, we find dear costly. My dear students, I have never seen such a true beauty so far till date. I cannot. Though he was in love with Rosalind, who was his first love or lover, but he forgot everyone. Whomever he saw in Verona city, he forgot everyone. Even his first love, who is none other than Rosalind. He forgets her. Actually, he wanted to visit her. He wanted to meet her. He wanted to submit his true feelings. But finally, he doesn't know himself how he got attracted by the beauty of the Juliet, who is gorgeous, ravishing, stunning in her physical appearance. That's the reason he uses beauty too rich for use for earth to dear. Such a beauty cannot be found out on this earth. Such a costlier beauty, who is more precious than many women in entire Verona city. That is the reason William Shakespeare says, attraction is not permanent love, but love is permanent attraction. My dear students, attraction is not permanent love, but love is permanent attraction. Why does he say? Why William Shakespeare says attraction is not permanent love, but love is permanent attraction? It gives us the hidden meaning where we are dying for the sake of the emotions and feelings, external love. We don't want to die for the external love. We need to die for the internal love, which is always ever ending, which does not have end, which is always unended. My dear students, so shows a snowy dove trooping with crows. Snowy dove. Snowy dove. Here, snowy dove compares to Juliet's beauty, her ravishness, her buxomness, how physically she was strong. Though she was 13 or 14-year-old girl, but she appears to be a mature woman. It shows us here how she was beautiful than any other women in entire Verona city. And even though there were, see, a flock of crows are there. There was a march of procession. In the procession, crows are there. And if we find there is an appearance of a dove, that dove will be shining. That dove's appearance will be different than the other blackbirds. So here, Romeo compares Juliet to snowy dove. Juliet to snowy dove. My dear students, so shows a snowy dove trooping with crows. As yonder lady over her fellows shows. My dear students, as he finds the expressions about admiration on Juliet in his soliloquy, he just shows, though there were many women, many girls, they were dancing on the floors, but why he got attracted by only her beauty? Because he made her to watch him. He made her to watch him or her. He made her to watch him. That's the reason. He just started to watch her. It's all about the intense feeling of love, which cannot be forgotten, which cannot be denied, which cannot be neglected. That's the reason. If he has true feelings towards her, definitely there is no second thought to separate, second thought to disperse. As yonder lady over her fellow shows, yonder in the sense there, it is also an archaic. Yonder in the sense there. Yonder, there were many, a flock of crows. Among them, there was only one bird which was white in its appearance. So that dove is compared to Juliet over here. Remember in what way William Shakespeare appreciates through the character of Romeo in this romantic tragedy. The measure is done. My dear students, measure is done in the sense dance is over. Measure is done. Measure is done. Dance is over. When dance is over, after the dance, what he wants to? What he wants to do? As he cannot able to control his emotions and feelings towards her, once the dance is over, I'll watch her place of stand. I'll just go. I'll just watch where she is standing. It doesn't mean that he did not see so far where she was standing. But now, very particularly, he uses that. He wants to go nearby her. Place of stand in the sense where she is standing. He wants to go nearby her. I'm touching hers. He wants to touch her. May bless my rude hand. Rude in the sense clumsy or rough hand. He wants to submit his true love, true feelings of love towards her by touching her hands, by touching her delicate hands. This is truly beyond the imagination, where the common lovers, they may die for their physical experiences or attractions, but here Romeo is not working. Romeo is not having the feelings for the sake of only physical beauty, but at the same time he has intense feelings. Yes, deep-rooted feelings towards his beloved, who is none other than Juliet, my dear students. Did my heart love till now? So in what way? By touching her hands, he must be blessed by her, so that both are in true love, both are in deep love. So they cannot be just separated over here. Did my heart love till now? Heart till now in the sense here. See, true love, he did not see. He did not see the true love so far. He might have seen so many people in Verona city so far. Yes, he is already in love with Rosaline, but he cannot say that. He is not trying to retrospect the past. Why? Because the Juliet's beauty has made him to be completely in pensive moods. Where he himself is completely in the world of Juliet's world. That's the reason we just cannot say that Romeo is dying for only external beauty. At the same time, he wants to submit his internal feelings also, internal feelings of love towards his beloved. So forswear it, sight. I promise to give up. I forswear it. That he sees himself that as he has seen so far, with so many people. He has visited so many people. He went to so many people and he saw many women, girls in Verona, in the entire Verona city, but he did not like any one of them except Juliet over here. But before he was in love with Juliet, he was in love with Rosaline. My dear students, here it's all about attraction. As he was in attraction with Juliet, he had never expressed that only he was dying for the sake of just love-making business, or he was not in just love, he was in completely true love. That's the reason true love is true friendship between two true friends. That's what we just cannot find out that love can make the two minds to come together and they feel themselves that they are in the world of peace. Though we come across different types of love, divine love, parent love and physical love. My dear students, in this world, we cannot expect all the love to be truthful. In this 21st century, we cannot expect the true love as we are expecting from Romeo and Juliet. In what way they died, they fought for their true love through their true feelings towards their true lovers. For I never saw true beauty till this night, my dear students. He says that he had never seen such a true beauty so far. He has seen, he just retrospected many women in his mind, but he did not have any feelings, any love feelings towards them. He did not have the true love feelings towards them. Many people like you, as we say through a proverb or a saying. Many people like you, but only one will love you. In the same way, though Romeo was classy, handsome, but he was only liked and loved. Though he was liked by many people, but he was loved by only Juliet, because they had the true beauty, they had the everlasting beauty. It cannot be just said it through words. One has to feel the feelings of true love so that only one can understand in what way Romeo felt the deep-rooted feelings towards Juliet. My dear students, this is the extract from Romeo and Juliet, the Romeo's description on Juliet. Now this is over. Act 1, Scene 5. Act 1, Scene 5 is on Romeo's description. On whom? Romeo's description on Juliet. Next, let us go to the next one, that is Juliet's description on Romeo, Act 3, Scene 2. My dear students, Juliet says, "Come night, come Romeo, come, though day and night, come night, come Romeo, come though day and night." Though in the sense what? Though or thy, it's Old English word, means you itself. My dear students, here we should understand, though we come across, right, this the very first line on Juliet's description or admiration, "Come night, come Romeo, come though day night." Here it is parallelism. The first line is parallelism. There is no conjunction which is used over here. No conjunction is used in this line. She invites the gentle night with Romeo to come and to have their feelings, to spend their night towards the true love. Let us not to waste our time as she admires through her, right, in her soliloquy. My dear students, for thou wilt lie upon, wilt in the sense, wilt is nothing but will. Wilt is nothing but will. For thou wilt lie upon the wings of night. Juliet says that his appearance is compared to the wings of night, which just cannot be said it. Imagery or images, figurative language. Though In both the extracts we find the images which is used in the figurative languages. But here Juliet, she invites him. Come this gentle night, and come Romeo, let us make this day, right? Let us make this night. Let us make this night into a day and make it most memorable in our life, which will be remembered in the forthcoming generation. People should remember us. Right? For thou will lie upon the wings of night, your appearance should not be very common. Whiter than new snow. New snow in the sense new charm over here. New snow, my dear students, new snow is nothing but new charm. Whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Raven is a black bird. Ravens. It's a black bird. My dear students, raven, though it is a black bird, and here Juliet compares Romeo to a new snow. I mean, he has a new charm. Though there is the raven, raven is a black bird. As the raven is black bird, it just cannot be appeared in the dark night. But its back is appeared with a great shine, like shining sun. In the same way, its back is compared, the raven's back is compared to the handsomeness of Romeo over here, which is described by Juliet. My dear students, whiter than new snow on a raven's back, even his handsomeness cannot be described. Very commonly, he is beyond the imagination. His handsomeness or his classiness is beyond the one's feelings and emotions. Though she found out many men, many gentlemen, many people in the entire Verona city, but she liked and loved only Romeo. It's because of they got attracted. They had true feelings. They just did not want to lose their life for the sake of just living normal life. But they wanted to make it colorful. They just wanted to make it ever ending in their life. And they wanted to be the model for the forthcoming generation in the world of the true love. That's the reason Juliet too describes his handsomeness to new snow and the raven's back. Come gentle night, my dear students. Come gentle night, come, loving black broad nights. She even invites. She calls not only Romeo but also that gentle light. Though it is darkened, black broad is nothing but here darkened. Though this night is filled with full of darkness, but we want to create a history, a historical day, a historical event by joining together in order to give a special and memorable event in the field of true love. So let us make this day as more colorful. Let us not waste this time. She invites that night, gentle night, and Romeo over here. Give me my Romeo and then I shall die. My dear students, meanwhile, she appeals to God, the Almighty. She appeals to God that give me my Romeo after my death, what he will be. After her death, take him and cut him out in little stars. Take him and cut him into little stars. As there are millions of stars in the sky. So why don't, yes, he will be fixed as one of the stars among the millions of stars, so that people will start to look at him and they will be finding, they just keep on remembering, and they'll definitely keep in their mind that Romeo was not a common lover. Romeo was an extraordinary true lover towards his love. My dear students, here these two lines will show us how Juliet's love, whose love is going to be immortalized. Juliet's words, Juliet's love is going to be immortalized by these two sentences, my dear students. Give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars. Remember in what way she wants him to be always or forever, where he does not find, he just cannot die, he just cannot be in the memory of people like commonly, but he must be special, he must be extraordinary. That's the reason. Take him and cut him out in little stars. Take him and cut him into little stars. I mean, put him into little stars, so that we will be most memorable people in the entire world itself, and people will adore us. People will take us as their model, especially youth. And he will make the face of heaven so fine, that night, face of heaven. My dear students, that face of heaven will be so fine, and he will be shining like a star in the millions of stars. So he'll be one among millions of stars. It appears to be more special. Why she wants him to be immortalized. Why she immortalizes him? Because she has true feelings towards him. That's the reason. True lovers will always find the true friendship between two true hearts and souls, which cannot be separated. In the same way, here also we find, my dear students, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night. All the world will be in night. Entire world will be loving. As we create a history, as she describes or admires on Romeo, that all the world will be in love with nights and pay no worship to the garish sun. All the world will be in nights or at the sky, so that face of the heaven, the sky will be more colorful because of the Romeo. Since Romeo is found, definitely the entire night appears to be more colorful and wonderful, which cannot be just compared to any other handsome guy in the entire Verona city. That is the reason we find that, right? Why she wants to submit her true feelings? Because she loves him very much. She loves more than him. That's the reason she expresses her true feelings, intense feelings towards him, right? And people commonly people worship commonly people worship the sun, but whereas here, in spite of worshipping, in spite of adoring the sun, people start to adore and love and worship only Romeo itself. Right? Garrison. Garish is nothing but bright. My dear students, garish is nothing but bright. Brightness. So garrison sun in the sense, in spite of worshipping the shining sun, people start to look at, people start to like, people start to love, people start to adore only, right, Romeo itself. People start to love and worship Romeo itself. This is how, right, both the descriptions are being given over here in these two extracts by William Shakespeare. My dear students, hope you have understood both the extracts of William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, and you just keep studying in order to get some other references. So keep reading William Shakespeare's plays for further knowledge in order to enrich your literary knowledge. My dear students, hope you have gone through and understood the Romeo and Juliet today in my class. So in the next class we'll be continuing with other topics. Thank you very much for watching and keep subscribing Sri Guru Independent PU online classes. Thank you. Thank you very much.